Hi, Taurus-Gemini. Welcome, welcome in, tribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hi, Queen Tiki. Yes, we are back at it. I am glad to be back at it with you guys. Thank you guys for your patience, for your understanding. I truly, truly appreciate it. Okay, these past few days have been wild, to say the least, but I'm grateful to be back with y'all. Grateful to be safe. Okay, grateful to have my power back on. The whole nine. All right. So thank you guys again for your well wishes and your prayers. I received it warmly. I thank you guys just for your concern in general. It was quite a scary ordeal. Um, but we're here. We're here nonetheless. And honestly, I don't really believe in coincidences. I feel like that tornado came through right over my home, right through my neighborhood for a reason and for a purpose. The energy felt different after. I was doing a lot of grounding work. I could literally feel like, I know this might sound a little crazy and a little odd, but I could literally feel my home kind of shook up a little bit, like the energy, the spirit of my home, just like a little rattled. So I was trying to ground that, doing a lot of work with that, checking on the elderly on my street and in my neighborhood, making sure they're good. Everybody's good, everyone's accounted for. So that again is a blessing. So thank you guys so, so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. And we're going to get into it. I'm excited to get back. The energy feels different. It definitely feels new. We do have Uranus going into retrograde, or has already entered retrograde, excuse me, as of last night. So we will be doing a Uranus retrograde reading over on Patreon. If you're interested in that content or that type of read, an energy check-in, make sure you join me. The link is in the description box below. All right. So let's go ahead and start this reading up. Let me get my protection going. Hi, Taurus-Gemini. How are y'all? Let me know how you've been. Okay, I know it's been a minute, hopefully not too long, but let me know how you're feeling. How's everything going with you in the comments down below, in the live chat whenever you're watching this. Okay, I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope all is well. Thank you guys again for being here. So, hi, Sun Card. Thank you for being here, love. Yeah, it was quite intense. And that's the craziest thing about the whole experience is I've heard people who have experienced tornadoes be like, "Oh, it sounds like a train coming towards your house." When I tell you that is legit how it sounds. It sounded like a full freight train headed towards my home. It just, and again, the area that I live in, we get a lot of like weather alerts around this time of the year, but like we're never ever 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 in the way of anything. We might get a little rain, we might get a little wind, but it's never like that. So for it to directly go right through my home and down my street and knock down all these trees, and everybody was out in the street like helping everyone clean up. So it was nice. It was kind of like nice to feel the community again, or connect with people like I hadn't seen in a while. But nonetheless, when we talked to like the cleanup and the lighting crew and everybody that was coming in, people were coming in from different states. Energy companies from different states were here. So it was intense, but they were like, this is like the worst we've seen it in all of the city. And yeah. So it was quite a surreal moment. So again, if anyone's ever gone through one, my heart goes out to you because I know how scary that is. And if you haven't, trust me, you don't. Okay, not that you would want to, but life-changing for sure. So again, I'm grateful to be here with y'all in this moment. And thank you again for your well wishes. So with all of that being said, Taurus Gemini, as I was meditating on your energy, I feel like, let me just say this. We're going to preface this, Taurus Gemini. Go ahead and buckle up, get comfy, get cozy. If you need to pause me for a minute, do that. Go get your snacks, go get your coffee. Well, you might be drinking coffee if you're somewhere else in the country or the world. Get your favorite drink, get your favorite snack, get cozy. We're going to be here for a minute. I can feel it. I can definitely feel it already. I'm trying to sense where I'm feeling you the most here. I am feeling you in my heart chakra right now. Something about the root really is calling me, so let's go with that. I'll trust that. We're going to burn the root chakra for you all, Taurus, Gemini, okay? I hope that it serves you well throughout this reading. Now, mind you, there will be an extended, if you connected with this reading, again, you can join me over on Patreon. If you would like a personal extended reading, if anything kind of truly connects with you and your story, you can book that with me through my website, all right? We will pull out the oracle cards that come through, and we'll pull tarot specifically for you and your energy and your situation, okay? So that is available on my website, cusp.com, as well as other style readings. I do chakra readings, love messages, cosmic messages, really just general. If you have specific questions, you can purchase a reading by number of questions you have. All right, so again, all of that is on my website. Yeah, let's go ahead and get grounded. Okay. A lot of pressure in your heart chakra, though. I am out of my heart chakra incense, but we'll be thinking and tuning into that energy as well. Let me burn this incense. Let's sound the singing bowl. Go ahead and get started on whatever grounding and gratitude practice feels right and best for you. And we'll see what you guys got going on in the cosmos, okay? All right. Okay, so Taurus, Geminis. Yeah, okay, I felt so. Just so you know, I do believe that this Uranus retrograde is in Taurus energy. It would be Aries Taurus cusp if we're doing Vedic and Western or tropical astrology. Hold on. Okay. So keep that in mind. Uranus is they gave me the word benevolent planet, a benevolent energy. It's unexpected. It is I just heard awkward duckling, which I don't think is that term. Okay, Spirit's saying, because it's not ugly, it's just abnormal, right? When we consider what we know of or what we've been taught to be our solar system, okay? It spins, it orbits different, it's positioned differently, it does a lot of things different, okay? But what I was kind of tuning into here, and we're going to go into Uranus just a little bit for you guys, but what I was tuning in with this particular retrograde is unexpected miracles. Yeah. So just when we kind of have this connotation or idea of a retrograde energy being like, oh gosh, everything's slowing down, everything's going crazy, like, we tend to put a lot of negative energy towards a retrograde. It feels like Uranus's retrograde transit, which will be from now up until late January of next year, 2024. If you're watching this with me in real time, it's coming through to kind of break that narrative. That's how Uranus has been talking to me about it. It's just like, yeah, no, I'm here to bring good luck. I'm here to bring good energy. I'm here to bring good fortune and in unexpected ways. So to really help people detach from that whole kind of like, it's the retrogrades, it's, that and then third. Now, can retrogrades be quite difficult to navigate? Yes, but there's something very benevolent about this Uranus energy, and it being tied to your Taurus dynamic means that benevolence can definitely show up in your spirit. You might feel like doing things unexpectedly, being very generous unexpectedly, extending yourself in new ways, Taurus-Gemini, okay? You might also receive a lot of unexpected generosity from others, okay? That heart energy, though, if I could describe it, it's a tightness. And the tightness that I'm feeling, and it literally on set, right when I started the live, like I didn't have this during my meditation, but it feels like tightness in the right side of my body, which would be your masculine meridian. So whether it is the masculine energy in you or a masculine energy connected to you, fire, okay? You could be dealing with a fire sign. Or a masculine energy connected to you, there could be a little bit of a shift happening in the heart chakra, okay, for them or for you. Fire talks about confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sag. Some of you, your Uranus could be in a fire sign. That could be how this is working for you. This could be the unexpected energy that finds you. This sense of confidence, this optimism, this passion, this bravery is like all of a sudden you're like lit from the inside out. And if you've been feeling a lot of solar plexus energy, which is 2 inches above your navel, your belly button, that's that energy center, and it's been purging for a minute, it's now starting to, that energy is now starting to swirl up into your heart chakra. Now, mind you, Aries energy is still tethered to this Uranus retrograde through Vedic astrology. We are burning the root chakra. Aries connects to the root energy for me, okay? So something about your sense of who you are, your security, yeah, your spirit, your sun energy is going through a transformation or is going to have unexpected shifts, okay? So whatever spark, this is giving me like Ace of Wands energy, whatever spark, whatever inspiration, whatever intuition, whatever kind of pull that you feel, definitely follow it, definitely go for it under this energy right now, because it's moving you into a frequency. I just heard, okay, Gemini, there you go. It's moving you into a frequency of curiosity, intellect, and networking. This would maybe be the time. Oh, that's the benevolence for you, Taurus-Gemini. This would be the time to do unexpected things, to ignite or move off of fire, because the return on it is going to be well worth your effort. There could also be an expansion in your intellect or in your active network if you do a lot of sales or networking for your job or career, or just if you are someone, yeah, Geminis are the social butterflies, hence the butterflies in this particular card. They're not the only ones, but they definitely have a very sociable skill about them with the mutable air energy, right? They can kind of fit into any dynamic, right? They know how to talk to people. So you might find that in your vibe, right? Like there's just your ability to strike up conversation with people, your ability to kind of allow your curiosity to lead you to talk to different people, especially if this is you initiating. Fire is a very initiative energy. It's a masculine energy, and that's the masculine principle I was feeling, because now I don't feel that tightness anymore. So we must have addressed whatever that was. It's curiosity. It's, yeah. It's curiosity about, okay, your current state of affairs. I'm very clairaudient right now, hearing a lot of things. Your current state of affairs. So whether this is in business, whether this is your own investments, I just heard portfolio. So you might find yourself being very passionate about getting down to business. Yeah, second house, Taurus energy. It's like, okay, where's my money? Where's everything at? What's going here? What's going where? I need reports. I need info. I need to have conversations. I need to have this meeting. I need to know these things. It's checking in on your network. I just heard follow your hunch. So a hunch is like another word for that. Your instincts, follow your intuition. Something tells you to look at a certain space or look into something, do it. Because I think whatever your curiosity is leading you, or wherever it's leading you, it is to something that's going to expand you in a very beautiful way, in a very unexpected way. Okay. Anything else I need to know for this pre-shuffle here for Taurus-Gemini? Conjunction. A union emerging and a coming together. Curiosity leading you to a union. This union energy has just been flowing. It's been consistent. Merging and coming together. So you might be, and there's trine. Yeah, you might have some sort of perfect flow, harmony, angelic support when it comes to something that maybe you've already been curious about. Maybe there's been this question on the mind around, should I merge with something, someone? Should I build some sort of partnership with something or someone? There could also be this energy swarming around you, Taurus Gemini, where people are interested in coming into union and merging and togetherness with you. Because you're either emitting a lot of this fire energy, a lot of this confidence, this optimism, passion, and making very bold moves, or showing or exemplifying bravery in a particular way. And so it's either people very curious about you and how you do you, Taurus Gemini, wanting to learn from you, wanting to connect with you, wanting to kind of build something, build community is what I just heard, or build connection. You have that, what someone wants, Taurus Gemini. Whether that is you got the right attitude, you got the right mindset, you have the right skill set, you have the right understanding, the right perspective, the right flow, the right creativity. There's definitely something or someone that wants to come into union with you, or you want to be in union with. This could also be a shift in the heart, like I was feeling. So this could be Taurus Geminis who maybe haven't necessarily been relationship oriented, or hasn't really kept up with their networks maybe the way that they would normally do. And so it's finding the fire, finding the passion, finding maybe even a little bit of the confidence to get back into that pool, or get back into society in a particular way. I am picking up on heavy masculine energy, so this could be me speaking to the masculine in you. Even if you don't identify as a masculine energy, we all have it stored within us. So it could be that part of you here that is rising, is what I just heard. Okay. Or you could be a fire rising, and that's kind of helping you meet the people, get into the places, get into the circles, get into the networks that you will ultimately have solid unions with. There's Sagittarius, masculine energy. So optimism, exploration, and freedom. Oh, and then interestingly enough, opposition was at the bottom of the deck a little earlier, and Sagittarius and Gemini are 7th house partners. Union. A union with an opposite. So for you, Taurus Gemini, it is Scorpio Sag. That is your 7th house partner. Does not necessarily mean that that is the only energy that you can ever partner with. It is just the energy that is well, they're telling me it's like a pure reflection of you. So if you ever wanted to look on the other side of the moon, Taurus Gemini, look at Scorp Sag. And that would be energy that you can tap into, that you have access to, or again, is a reflection of a part of you. Okay. So union is again on the table for you, Taurus Gemini. Maybe this is again something you've always been curious about. Maybe you're starting to find a passion about, well, do I have relationships? Am I meant for a particular soulmate? Because this does feel a little lovey, especially with my heart tensing up like that. Feels a little lovey, does. This could also just be genuine friendship that you're coming into. Or again, this could be someone, a business thing, like a very second house, material world focused type of connection, where you and this person or you and this group are meant to build or come into a merging that then expands something for a community, your own communities, your own life, your family, your network. Okay. All right. So that's your pre-shuffle energy. Let's go ahead and get into your direct influences. Thank you so much, Divine. Hi, Aylin. Thank you for being here. I hope I said your name right. Welcome, welcome, Gemini. Yeah, see, it's morning where you're at. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to everybody. Good evening and good night, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I hope that this reading does serve you guys well. All right, let's get into it. Thank you so much, Divine, for connecting me here to Taurus, Gemini, cusp energies, Taurus and Gemini placements. And my soul tribe just hanging out with me in this moment. What direct influences are here for Taurus, Gemini? Okay. We've got the 4th house and the 9th house. So there's that Sagittarius energy. We got Cancer energy showing up here with the 4th house. Okay. Now those are just natural rulership of the houses. You can figure out your houses if you count forward from your ascendant or rising sign. Okay. So your ascendant being your 1st house, 2nd house being the following sign. So count all the way through, see how that might resonate for you. Cultural and family roots with the 4th house, home, peace, and comfort, and you've got spiritual growth. We also have Yang in square. Okay. Okay, so there's the opposition, and I'm going to look at this as one oracle message, okay? Proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. So there is or has been, yeah, and you've got the 6th house. So look at all this house energy showing up for you. Establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. This is the solution, Taurus, Gemini. If you want to figure out, or you're tapping into a more solution-oriented mindset, the solution is in your 6th house. It's in how you're establishing your foundation. It's in your health. It's in your daily routines. And it's in the practical details. Some of you might be overlooking a practical detail that could alleviate this challenge or make this mountain to climb a lot easier, a lot smoother. Okay? Whatever the opposition, it is for your spiritual growth. It's almost like the divine is presenting you with like a puzzle, Taurus, Gemini. How do you figure this out? The solution, again, I guess I just gave it to you, but the solution is in your 6th house. Wherever that is, natural Virgo energy. So whether you have any placements in Virgo or whether you have a lot of placements in your 6th house, how you are going about building your foundation needs a little bit of review. Now, mind you, we are still under a Mercury retrograde in the moment. We're under a lot of different retrogrades at the moment. Again, if you want to tune into this year's retrograde energies, you can find that on Patreon, linked in the description box below. But I do get that you want to move somewhere, Taurus, Gemini. You want something to move forward. You're tired of being stuck and stagnant or something moving slow. And I think there's a spiritual lesson for you here, Taurus, Gemini. A lesson of appreciation is what I just heard. Like, because as I'm like channeling, I'm hearing appreciation for the 4th house. So that would be appreciation for the home, for your family roots, where you come from, where you were planted. Oh, Taurus, Gemini, are you carrying a chip on your shoulder? Do you have resentment for how you grew up, where you grew up, how things went, the cards you were dealt? Do you feel like you have to prove yourself in any sort of way based off of your upbringing or based off of your cultural or family roots that you have? Are you trying to prove a point? And if you are, is attempting to prove that point benefiting your health or depleting your health? At what cost, Taurus Gemini? At what cost is what I just heard. I think this unexpected shift or these unexpected changes are going to teach you ways to establish foundation, Taurus Gemini, that don't require so much friction. So there could be a bit of a healing that has to happen or is happening in your yang energy, which would be your Gemini aspect. Some of you could have been raised under the understanding of it's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's like, yes, that is very true. In this world, in today's society, who you know can definitely get you sometimes a lot further than what you know. But I almost feel like the divine is setting you up here to figure out where your moral boundaries are. What's the cost? What price are you willing to pay to prove this point, have this thing? Or maybe there's a deeper dive within your own self here as to why you feel so driven against all odds, which is not a bad thing, but what is the fuel in that engine? Because if you're kind of running on fumes and you're not realizing that, burnout can be a real thing. Burnout can be a real thing. Some of you might even be on the edge of that right now. So that's probably why the 6th house is showing up. It's like, remember your daily practices, focus on your health, rest more, eat better foods, like get some exercise in. If you haven't, take a breather on something. Now, the practical details, though, I think is what's standing out for me, because it almost feels like the solution to whatever this challenge is simple, but it's hard to see. It's either hard to see or it's in an unexpected place. Like they're showing me like someone looking for their car keys, and you're looking at all the typical places you might have it, but the keys are somewhere unexpected. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember putting them over there. I don't usually do that. It's not normal. It's abnormal. The key to forward motion is abnormal. It's going to take something a little different here, Taurus Gemini, to open up this door or to overcome this challenge. And I almost want to say it would be maybe balancing out your yang with your yin. Because this 6th house, naturally ruled by Virgo, yeah, come on now. Balancing out your yang with your yin. Queen of Cups. It's a Gemini Cancer energy for me, especially as a cusp reader. But there's your 4th house, Cancer, and you being Gemini. Queen of Cups reminds us to take care of our emotional body, to heed the emotional signals, because they also hold intuition, they also hold information, they also hold a lot of insight as to what's actually going on. Beyond what we can maybe physically touch, it's about what's going on in the feelings. What can we sense and what can we feel? As opposed to what you know, like a Queen of Swords, right? Again, physical, what's tangible, like a Queen of Pentacles. Or maybe even what's intuitively coming through or spiritually coming through, like the Queen of Wands. It's something about the emotional body for you, Taurus Gemini. The more you tune into your inner Queen of Cups, the quicker you get to the solution, and or the clearer the solution becomes. Because that's what it feels like you're looking for, a solution. And through that process, you then tap into this immense spiritual growth. Tapping into your Queen of Cups grows you spiritually, because then maybe, again, what you're maybe looking for as signs and synchronicities are all maybe external or all coming from an action-oriented place. If I do this, then I'll get the answer, as opposed to if I sit still, I'll receive the answer. So it's a challenge to your masculine energy to just take a seat right quick. Whatever the solution is, you're not going to connect with it from action. You're going to connect with it from reception, from being receptive. Yeah, come on now. Come on. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. High Priestess shows up as confirmation for me that, again, trust your counsel. You already know, or your soul already has the blueprint or the next step. They're just waiting for you to be still enough and tap in enough to send it to you, to give it to you. But if you're so busy in action and you're not sitting still to receive, it's going to be hard to understand, or it could be easy to get confused. Okay, so clarity is the overall theme here for you, Taurus Gemini. Let's get into it. Thank you so much. Clarify this 4th house, 9th house, yang and square energy for Taurus Gemini. What is going on in their 4th house, their 9th house, and with this yang and square energy? Yeah, all right. High Priestess wants to be out here. So that tells me, too, that whatever this cultural family root, home, peace, comfort, whether it was there, whether it was not, you already know what I'm kind of talking about when I'm bringing up that energy. Okay, I'm also hearing your, and again, this might sound a little strange, but it feels like your soul is saying, come home. Like, you know the way home. Come home. Maybe it's time to revisit a home. Maybe it's time to revisit, your culture or your values. But something about that whole cultural value, family dynamic, or whatever this might represent for you is already embedded in you, Taurus Gemini. Maybe this is just you slightly losing sight of that, or losing contact or connection with that, and needing to rebuild that bridge. Because something about what roots you have, something about where you were planted is necessary for you to connect with now. Foundation, establishing a foundation. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying where it's like bloom where you're planted. It's almost like that's kind of what Spirit's asking you to do right now. With where you are and what you have and everything you got going on, can you bloom? Some of you might say, no, 5 of Swords, I can't bloom, but we're touching on something here. Empress and the Ace of Swords. So are you battling your own intuition here? Maybe not trusting it. It's like your spirit saying, no, you know what you know, Queen of Cups. You know what you feel. Your feelings are true. Your feelings are accurate. And or there's something deeper beneath what you feel that you're not tapping into right now, but you will. 5 of Swords can, yes, be active deception. It can be people telling half-truths or twisting a narrative, saying one thing, meaning another. It can also be a consultation between your own thoughts. Hence why it's just one person in this particular 5 of Swords. With the High Priestess says this is all internal for you, Taurus Gemini. Uh-oh. Now, mind you, you could be cross-watching. This could be somebody connected to you, Taurus Gemini, all right? But if this is you, take it. We all hold ourselves accountable here at Cusp of Roses. Pero, it's giving. You know better. but you're being challenged to do better. Yang, proactive expression, doing, and forward motion. You know better. You know the way, you know the answer, you know what to do. But the challenge is actually doing it. Because again, you can read all the books in the world, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't apply it to your daily life, come on now. If you don't apply it to your daily life in practical details and practically, and look what's behind the house at Uranus. Radical change. This is what I'm telling you. If you don't apply it to your daily life, you might as well not know anything at all. It would be all for naught. So that's the challenge. Am I actually hearing my intuition? Is this just my ego? Is this just my fear? Are these other voices? That's what you're discerning right now. Is what is expected of me culturally, or what is expected of me based off my family roots, actually in alignment with me? Is it truly my truth? Ace of Swords. And if not, then how do I apply, or how do I get in tune, or how do I move from my truth? And or you know your truth, It's just whether or not you're ready to act in it. Now, here's what I'll say. For some of you guys, this might be energy surrounding you. There could be something that has been unjust done, whether, again, Taurus-Gemini, no judgment towards you, whether this is you or whether this is someone connected to you. With justice coming out here, I gotta be honest with what I'm getting, okay? It kind of feels like, and I'll just say someone in this energy knows what they're communicating is skewed. Like, knows that they're doing something unjust, but again, that moral compass is a little off. Someone is challenged with spiritual growth, and it's like, they're not getting it, or they're not connecting with it, or again, something remains unjust. Wheel of Fortune, though, okay. Now, if this is energy coming towards you, Taurus-Gemini, then trust that this will balance out, especially with the Wheel of Fortune showing up. Nothing is yet set in stone. The Wheel of Fortune is also a card that tells me that the divine still hasn't, they still have their hand in it. Don't count something out just yet, or don't count something overlooked just yet. The Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, peeked out to say, no, we know that this is wrong, but we're shifting it. Radical change. We know that someone's operating out of a Five of Swords, but we got it, right? Like, it's almost kind of like reassurance. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. What you put out is what you will get. This is Taurus energy. So whether you're learning that lesson, whether someone connected to you is learning that lesson, if you put out the Five of Swords, it's what you're going to get. Okay? So someone needs to either believe that justice will be served, that something will be balanced out, especially if they felt like they were done wrong. Here you are showing up in Gemini energy. I almost want to say the Magician might even be Taurus-Gemini specifically for me as a cusp reader. I'm still studying, kind of piecing it all together, guys, but there you are. I kind of feel like that's you, the Magician. So what's this spiritual growth in connection to the Magician? Yeah. Whatever the challenge is, again, this is quite literally a challenge that does have a solution, but it's a bit of a game. It's a bit of a battle. 2 5s, radical change. 5 is also that Tower energy. It's also connected to the Hierophant, which is more Taurus Gemini energy. So you guys, it's definitely, again, about activating some sort of internal wisdom that already lies in you. You know better. You know, or this person knows. Someone's trying to get away with something. Somebody's trying to get away with something that they know they shouldn't be doing, but they're doing anyway. Spiritual growth. Tell me more about this Five of Wands. Page of Swords. This is what I mean. Somebody is not necessarily with the world. Yeah. Here's what I'll say. For some of you, you are battling against something that is very fixed. Whether, again, a lot of you, I do feel like this is internal. It's the mutable part of you, that Gemini energy, that's asking the fixed part of you, that Taurus frequency, to shift and to change. And it's a little bit of a battle, because it requires some sort of, again, I can't get away from receptivity, especially with the High Priestess being out here and coming out again. It requires some sort of stillness. It requires some sort of trust that I just don't think is there, and or that's been difficult to build. Something about this Page of Swords comes off very petty. So it could be a test of your spiritual growth here, Taurus, Gemini, to not get into petty arguments. Yeah, you got the Ten of Wands. That's what it is. Taurus, Gemini, it almost feels like you're being asked to bite your tongue a little bit in dealing with this challenge. The Magician can also be a call to step into your power. But that Ten of Wands tells me that either this is your cross to carry, this is your burden to bear, and you can bear it, right? The Ten of Wands is an energy that sees something through, although they are exhausted, although they could delegate those wands out. They feel personally responsible for those wands, so they're going to make sure that it crosses the finish line, or they get to where they need to be. That's that Sagittarius energy. Again, with the 9th house, more Sag energy. So, and this is also a multiplier, right? The 5 to the 10. Hermit at the bottom. There's that 6th house, Virgo energy. Why do I almost feel like, too, for some of you, if whoever's in this 5 of Swords, okay, if it doesn't necessarily have to be you, it could be somebody connected to you. Whoever is in this 5 of Swords with you, Taurus, Gemini, or again, if this is you, I feel like I have to say that because I feel like some of it could be you, okay? And that's okay. We all got to learn. I'm saying all of that to say, with the Page of Swords, it's almost like there's a need to observe more than you do. That's, thank you, Spirit, that's the receptivity. Observation is very powerful right now for you, Taurus, Gemini. Observe. It's almost like this Sagittarius energy is trying to show you how to bear the weight, how to conquer the challenge, the 5 to the 10, trying to multiply you. I think that was, didn't we see the Empress here? It's almost like, too, let's say this Magician is a little tricky, right? It's not necessarily step into the power. It's more on the manipulative side. Someone might be attempting to manipulate a narrative to bring in some sort of balance for themselves. Like, I can't get away from that. It's like somebody knows that they're wrong. They know that they're wrong in what they're saying or what they're doing. And it's like, even in maybe there's real challenge here. I almost want to say, Taurus Gemini, if this isn't you, this is an opportunity to learn from someone's mistakes or observe someone else's challenges and kind of find the solution to apply to something in your life. Like, not everything, we don't always, oh, there it is. Thank you, Spirit. We don't always have to go through things to learn. And that is what I feel like the Gemini part of you is trying to say to the Taurus part of you. We don't have to get our horns stuck in the fence to actually learn the lesson. We could just network. We can talk. We can use our intellect. Not that Taurus is not intellectual, because they definitely are, but we can use our observation skills to see what the step, as opposed to having to get hands-on with it. But that seemingly is some sort of a battle where the part of you that wants to like touch the stove, even though we know it's hot, I gotta just do it. And then the other part of you that wants to just observe, sit back, watch, see someone else maybe touch the stove and go, ooh, yeah, no, that's hot. Let's not do that. Yeah, Page of Pentacles to learn. And it's either there is somebody going through something here, Taurus Gemini, and you're watching them kind of, I know the Ten of Wands is a stressful energy, but it gives off a little bit of grace. It takes a lot of strength to carry those 10 wands. And you see how poised this man is? And it's not even blocking their view. They're just positioned as they need to be. And it's seemingly he's sitting down, I'm assuming. That's what it feels like. It's a lot of responsibility growing spiritually. That's what I mean. Ten of Wands is almost like the cross that you bear. The energy you're here to transmute and transform. The spiritual weight that's there. The pressure there spiritually to create the diamond in you, right? To elevate the frequency of your soul, of your energy, right? Of evolution. You can't evolve without resistance. And you can evolve in ease. I'm not saying that that's always the situation, but clearly there's resistance here. Clearly there's a challenge, and it's not in front of you, Taurus Gemini, for the fun of it. Okay, tell me about this 9th house and Yang and Square. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune again. It's up to you is what I just heard. It's up to you, Taurus Gemini. You have a lot more power. Yeah, Magician. You have a lot more power and a lot more say on how this goes or how this unfolds for you than I think you're giving yourself credit for, or that you're stepping into. So this could even be you expecting somebody to carry the weight for you, or someone's expecting you to carry the weight for them. 9 of Pentacles, more 6th house energy, Virgo. Yeah. And this is where the emotions come in. Why your masculine energy feels challenged is because they're not balanced emotionally. They're not paying attention to their emotions and to what they feel. They're super hyper focused on doing and moving something forward. Tell me more about Yang and Square. It also tells me that this challenge is temporary. It's temporary, Taurus Gemini, okay? It's not going to last forever if this is you in this energy. But it'll only last as long as you decide. Kind of, yeah, it's kind of like Spirit is saying, like, it's up to you. You can stay on this cycle. You can keep going through this challenge if you want, or you can step into your power and find the solution and move forward. But you're not going to move forward until you come up off them 4 pentacles, until you come out of your comfort zone. Until you, listen, the 4 of Pentacles is quite literally a blocked heart chakra. And a blocked crown chakra. Pentacle on the head, can't get through that. Crossed arms with the pentacle at the heart, can't get through that. And maybe even a little bit of a blocked root chakra there with the 2 feet on the pentacle. It's not necessarily being grounded in a way that is actually keeping you safe. So there's a bit of a perception here that by staying in the 4 of Pentacles, you're much safer, when actually you're untethered and disconnected. That's why the 9 of Swords is here. It's like, again, it's a definitely an internal battle for a lot of you. Your emotional body is trying to push you out of a comfort zone that you're not really wanting to get out of right now. Or you're trying to hold on to something that Spirit is clearly telling you to let go of or walk away from or release. Maybe you're taking on more responsibility around someone's energy than you need to. And that could be responsibility in a home. That could be responsibility in a relationship dynamic. I can't get away that, yeah, some of you, it's definitely a home, a 10 of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to manipulate their way out of their responsibilities. Like, I kind of feel like it's, if I cause enough friction, if I cause enough of upheaval, then somebody will just bear the weight that I'm not willing to take on. Again, 4 of Pentacles. Sorry, no, my hands are full. I can't. When it's like you're intentionally squeezing that pentacle, you could actually put that down and receive more, but you don't. You're blocking yourself from doing it. And I'm not, again, place yourself where you are. If you know that this isn't you, you know it's not you. Okay. All right. There's healing that has to happen here, though. For a lot of you, like I was saying in your pre-channel, it's coming back to a home. The answer is in the soil you were planted in. The answer is in the peace that you haven't found yet. Around a family dynamic, around culture, around a home specifically, right? Or something about your roots is challenging you, but in a way that is trying to get you to grow, Taurus, Gemini. And again, it's like the Gemini side of you is like so mutable, so ready to get active, ready to express, ready to do, ready to move forward. And it does feel like more of that yin Taurus energy is kind of like in this 4 of Pentacles. Like, I'm not ready, no, And that's causing this 9 of Swords. Like, I feel like I want to get into that, but taking the action is blocked. It's blocked. Because either the yin part of you doesn't feel safe enough. So maybe that's why the 6 of Cups, or something feels too familiar. So it's presenting like a red flag when maybe it truly isn't. Yeah, you got the Tower. So it's a mindset. It's a perspective that you got to shift out of. Or whomever, that someone has to shift out of. Okay, clarify the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles for this challenge and the yank. Come on. Now, if you've been with me long enough, you know I rarely get reversals. And when the card flips out reverse, it's intentional. Because I can kind of read reversals regardless if it's upright or not. But that definitely means someone is not taking a leap of faith. Someone does not, it's faith, it's the 9th house. Someone does not have faith that their actions will yield results or that a risk will be a reward. Someone is actively deceiving themselves into staying put and staying comfortable, but also kind of hoping and praying for change. It's an opposition. It's like asking for a new life, asking for change, asking for shift, but then not willing to move, not willing to receive it. Okay, the divine's like, oh, okay, you want all that? It's right over there, over that cliff. Are you going to jump? And you're like, nah, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. But if you bring it to me, it's like, no, that's not, no. Yeah, you got to, some of you guys, someone here has to shoulder it. You got to bear it. You got to go through the 10 of Wands. You got to go through the 10 of Wands. No amount of fighting, no amount of discord, no amount of manipulation. You know what I mean? None of that is going to work here in this situation for whoever this is. Not when the ninth house is present. No. Because the ninth house will sit there and wait. Like, that's the gag. It's the wheel of fortune. The ninth house will be like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to expand anything. It's Jupiter. I'm not going to do anything until you step into this. I can't do anything. My hands are tied. If your hands are full, then my hands are tied. That's why it's a co-creative process. When I move, you move. Okay, just like that. I had to say it, and I apologize. I don't like that I just said that, but that's okay. Five of Pentacles in reverse, exactly. Someone does not have the strength to have faith. This is oof, 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 oof. It's fear. That's why we burn the root chakra. It's fear. It's fear. It's anxiety. It's worry. It's I don't know. This is what I know and this is what I'm used to, but you're asking me to get out of something that I'm used to and I'm not ready to do it, or I don't see the benefit in doing that, or it looks difficult. Some of you or someone could quite literally be watching someone do this, take the risk, go on the wheel, shift out of it, step into the Magician. It's like, oh no, that looks like too much work. Like, that's kind of what I get. Like, I don't think that's worth it. Five of Pentacles in reverse. A lack of faith, quite literally, in someone's ability or their strength to bear the weight that is necessary to move the wheel. They're showing me this image of, I don't know if you guys have like ever seen this or maybe been at like, it's common at like science centers and things like that, but like, okay, let me do my best to describe this. It's like the wheel that has the little cups, I guess, or the little containers, right? And water pours on it. And so when one of those containers fills up, it moves the wheel. And then it fills up again, and then it moves until it flows, and then it just kind of goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. It's like that's what the divine is trying to do. And interestingly, that's water, right? So water is trying to pour in to get this wheel to move, but it has to hold the weight of that water first to then shift. That's kind of what seemingly is going on here. Now, whether you feel overburdened by something here, maybe some of you are carrying the weight. I can hear that. Some of you like, no, I'm carrying the weight. I'm just waiting on that wheel to shift. That's fair. But the Wheel of Fortune, again, is also connected to the ninth house. So how Sagittarius energy is a duality in the same way that Gemini energy is a duality, in the same way that Piscean energy is a duality, right? It's this, how could I say that, Spirit? It's the saying, faith without works is dead. And vice versa is the same. Work without faith is dead. And that's where I kind of feel like you're at, Taurus, Gemini, or whoever's in this energy. Working, but without faith, isn't going to give you the expansion or the shift in narrative or the new cycle or the pivot. Yeah, Two of Swords that you're hoping for or looking for. It's not going to happen in your comfort zone. The challenge is to step into your strength and make a decision around what it is that you believe. What do you think is capable or possible? Do you believe in yourself, Taurus, Gemini? Do you believe you can carry the weight that you're meant to? Do you believe you can shift that wheel? Or is someone waiting for someone else to do it for them? Now, again, I kind of feel like for some of you, this isn't like a relationship dynamic and a tangible one at that. They're wanting me to say that, yeah, a tangible Ten of Pentacles. Someone could be quite literally in this dynamic with you, used to causing a big scene, causing a big fight, 5 of Wands, rah, 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 just so that either you or maybe this other person picks up the slack. And then expecting a benefit out of the work that whoever's in the 10 of Wands is doing. It's kind of like manipulative. Yeah. Someone is definitely using someone here. And I think that whoever this is that is being manipulative might be using the past against someone. The 6 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles to get somebody to stay put. Or to be comfortable or accept this imbalance. Because justice only shows up if there's something out of balance. And in the same way that strength is depicted as a duality, right? I like to think the woman in the strength card is the high priestess or the empress. Calming the more fearful, instinctual, how could I say that? Easily agitated, prideful, easily wounded parts of us. It's like letting that side of you know, like, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, there's the Queen of Swords. So clarify the 5 of Pentacles in reverse in this strength. And then we'll get into the extended reading over on Patreon here, Taurus Gemini. It's all right. So we've clarified something today, or we're bringing truth to light in some way, shape, or form. Celebration, 3 of Cups, or that's that networking. Now, the 3 of Cups can sometimes be people with their cup out or their hand out here. People who want to benefit from the work that you're doing. And again, I have to be honest, my throat chakra just twinged. It could be vice versa, Taurus, Gemini, and again, no judgment. Yeah. Somebody has to have the strength and the courage to not let something hold them back. Whether it's emotions, whether it's a connection, whether it's history with someone, because that 10 of Pentacles kept coming out. Listen, you holding on to history, child. That could be the manipulation too. Because again, it's like for some of y'all, and I don't think all of y'all, some of you know that you're being manipulated, or you know someone's manipulating the situation, or maybe you know you're manipulating a situation. Like somebody knows what they're doing. They know. Again, you know better, you do better. But because it's worked in the past, it's tried and true, someone's not willing to let go of that tactic. Someone's not willing to let go of that behavior. Oh, well, if I just feel so helpless, or if I just kind of, oh, I can't do it. Oh, gosh. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Like, oh, woe is me. If I continue to play the victim, then eventually someone picks up the weight that I don't want to carry. I have a feeling with the Wheel of Fortune here and the Magician, that's about to change, especially with Justice. Yeah, that's about to change quite quickly. And that's 4 Swords, receptive energy. It's, if this is you, Taurus, Gemini, and you feel manipulated by something or someone, okay, especially if this is a relationship or a family dynamic. Okay, I was going to say something, but the Page of Cups came out. Again, sit back and observe a little bit. And I almost don't want to say this because I know it might piss somebody off here, but it's like observe with compassion, and my stomach just turned. There we go. That could be the difficulty too. Again, it's the water that's challenged here. Some of you don't want to be compassionate towards somebody who you know is manipulative, who you know is in this 5 of Swords, Magician, 5 of Wands energy with you. I don't want to put compassion out there. I don't want to extend my heart. That's what it is. Heart chakra. I don't want to seek out new emotional possibilities I don't know. You know what I mean? I want to feel how I feel. I want it to be what I think it is. And or that is the mountain to climb. When someone is in a 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands energy with you, how do you step into your power, not toe-to-toe them, not absorb their karma, but allow karma to happen? That takes a lot of, listen, that takes so much strength, Taurus Gemini. And I feel like some of y'all are no stranger to this. That takes so much strength to know somebody is intentionally doing something to either try to screw you over, delay you, whatever, hold you back, you know, trying to get in the way, trying to block something. And Spirit's telling you, be still. Oof. Square, challenge with the yang. Be still. The yang in you wants to activate, to get active immediately. It's not a question. We don't even have to talk about it. I'm going to just act on it. You'll learn how I feel through my actions. Yet it's like Spirit's like, not in this situation. Not in this situation. And that's the difficulty. Ooh, 4 of Cups. That's what I mean. That's the difficulty. It feels hard to say. It's hard to say. And I trust me, Taurus Gemini, I've been there multiple times. Okay. Multiple times. But again, it's kind of a lesson in spiritual growth around sometimes by taking action, you do inherit people's karma. Or you become then a block for someone learning a lesson. Sometimes you gotta learn how to get out the way. And it's hard. It definitely challenges the ego. It challenges the pride. But if you can master that, if you can overcome that, Taurus Gemini, and just go, you know what? Clearly, Spirit has a hand on this, right? The Wheel of Fortune and Justice is saying this will work out the way that it needs to, but you have to allow it. And that allowing feels like not doing anything. And that not doing anything is what's pissing somebody off right now. Like, it's challenging the spiritual growth. If you've claimed to have grown spiritually, here's the test. All right, Taurus Gemini, and I know you can pass it. And some of you have already passed it, and here, look who's showing up. Some of you have already passed it. Some of you are in the midst of this. Some of you, this is coming up. So don't say I didn't warn you. All right, let's clarify the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, and then we'll get into the extended. In the extended, we'll pull some more tarot about the overall outcome of this energy. And again, like I said, with the 6th house feeling as if this is the solution, we'll get some more details on what that solution looks like. I will also then pull from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. All right, just to kind of get more info on the destined outcome of the situation. How will this Wheel of Fortune turn in your favor? What will justice look like? We'll pull on that. And then I'm going to pull a few manifestation practices for you, Taurus Gemini. Okay, especially with the Magician here. I think that'll be very beneficial for you to kind of help assist you and help you navigate how to actually implement real practical objectives here and action here, or inaction, right? How to go about that in a way that helps you ace this spiritual test, but also get you where you need to go. Get that forward motion happening. All right. So again, that extended will be over on Patreon. It will be alive. I hope you guys can join me there. But if not, let's go ahead and get into this Magician and Wheel of Fortune. Divine for Taurus Gemini, tell me what this Magician and Wheel of Fortune is all about. Yikes. Yeah. The Sun and the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that clarifies that for a lot of you, a majority of you, this Sun energy is not manipulative. It is a sign for you to step into your power. Okay? To step into your strength. The Sun and Leo energy also ruled by the Sun. Because what someone might be either holding over you is heartbreak. This could also be somebody using their own misfortune to be like, oh, like Five of Pentacles in reverse is like, help me, I'm poor. Like that type of thing. If you've seen Bridesmaids as a movie, then you know that reference. But just kind of like, oh, like I've been through so much, like I can't, da 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 da. This is the excuse that someone's using, and it's kind of like tired now. It's like, come on. I get it. Three of Swords hurts. It's painful. That cloud, that rain be happening, but life goes on, right? And I know that might be a little crass and a little blunt to say, but how long can the Three of Swords be an excuse or be used as a means to not move or not do something or not open up or not, you know what I mean? Not connect. And then it's like, at what point does that become manipulative? At what point is someone actively ignoring their work so that they don't have to do the work or carry it? Okay. So the Magician is assigned to step into your power here, Taurus, Gemini. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. Oof, my body's giving off a lot of heat, so that must have shifted somebody here. Two of Wands, yeah. Speaking of heat. It's like the Jupiter wants to shift you onto your new path. Some of you, your new path has a Two of Cups. Your new path has a kindred spirit, a friend, a community, a connection. Like I said, I felt kind of love circling in here somehow, some way. That's what's on the Wheel of Fortune. That's the forward motion. But Taurus, Gemini, it's, for some of you, it's kind of like, how long are you going to allow someone's actions to hold you back? That could be it. Some of you are taking someone's spiritual growth on as your own responsibility, and that's not your burden to carry. Let life do that. That's another lesson that's hard to learn. You feel responsible for something that you're not responsible for. I get that a lot with Taurus energy. That connect with me here. So it's having the strength to, again, not allow history, not allow the past, not allow someone else's misfortune, not allow someone's manipulation, not allow someone's pain, whatever. Be your responsibility. Let people do their own work. You could cheer them on. You know what I mean? But it's almost kind of like someone here is on the border or has a habit of enabling. Yeah. That's a bit of that Sag energy, because it's like, oh, workhorse. Like, I could do it. I know I could do it. Let me just shoulder it since you don't know. Okay. Because it has to keep moving. It's that yang. I got to be proactive. We got to go. We got to forward move. Go, 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 go. So if you're slowing me down, I got to go. I'm going to pick it up so we can go because I can carry it. But then it's like, when does the Sag energy get rest? Right? Then people just get used to dumping that off on you and then reaping the benefit, because you're over there pouring the water and getting the wheel to turn. And now everybody's celebrating Three of Cups, right? Now everybody's getting a benefit off of the work that you're doing. And that's not always a bad thing. But I think the lesson here is learning and being able to discern here, Taurus, Gemini, when enough is enough, or when it's too much, or when a boundary is being crossed. Because the lesson of the Ten of Wands is to say no, is to kind of be like, that's your wand to carry, that's your wand to carry, to delegate, and that's your wand to carry, that's your energy, return to sender. That is for you, not for me. I might have helped you in the past, Six of Cups. I might have shouldered it before. That's great. I'm not doing it again. Why? Because you need to be in the 2. Think about the jump from the 10 to the 2. You got to get rid of 8 wands to be ready and prepared for what the Wheel of Fortune has for you in this expansion. And what Jupiter will not do is expand you if you are connected and tethered to things that can't even handle the expansion that's coming in. And you know why they can't handle it? Because they haven't been asked to. They haven't had to carry their own weight in a long time for some of y'all. So then they get all up in arms and the Five of Wands and da-da-da-da-da-da to try to scare you back into your comfort zone, what you're used to doing. Time to wrap that up. Yup, nope, This is a shift, radical change, Uranus in retrograde in your energy. Nope, 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 Taurus, Gemini. Okay? All right. I love you lots. I hope that this reading was helpful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I appreciate that. I hope to see you down there in the comments or over on the extended, again, on Patreon, linked in the description box below. If any of this resonated with you personally and you really want to have a one-on-one session, again, you can book that through my website, cuspofroses.com. Okay? Get you on the schedule. We'll figure that out. There's also other readings available through my website. All right. Thank you, Queen Tiki. Thank you, Jedi. Hi, Jedi. Thanks for being here. Yes. Hi, Play Music. Thank you again, Alien. And thank you, Sun Card. And Queen Tiki, again, thank you for showing up love for all your comments in the chat. I can't wait to read these back. This feels like a lot, but again, I hope to see you in the extended, and if not, Taurus Gemini, I'll see you in the comments, and if not, all right, I'm going to try to remember to say that. If you're new here, Taurus Gemini, first time tuning in, okay, drop your birth month and birthday in the comments down below so that I know you're new here and I can welcome you to the tribe, and you might also find a birthday twin and connect with our beautiful community, all right? But make sure you guys are subscribed because I will be posting the lives for this upcoming week and next week, okay? Just so the schedule's out there so you know when you'll see me. And I'll see you in our next one. All right? Namaste, loves.